Hello, my name is Aurel Sebelmesha. In this presentation, I will presentation about a guide to taxation in Indonesia. Indonesia Parliament approved the Harmonized Tax Law, or Law Number 7, 20, and 21, which overhauls the country's existing tax structure. Changes include an increase in the value-added tax rate, a new carbon tax, scrap plans to reduce the corporate income tax, and change to the top-line personal income tax rate. The new law aims to optimize tax revenue collection and compliance amid state revenues already better to cover the cost caused by the pandemic. Although some business groups have questioned the timing of the tax hikes, considering the economic recovery is still fragile. Corporate extent. Corporate income tax in Indonesia is set at a basic rate of 22% for the 20 and 22 fiscal year. There are several facilities given to business regarding the CIT if they fulfill the following conditions. Companies that are listed on the stock exchange that offer the minimum requirement of 40% of total share capital are subjected to a 3% tax cut from the standard rate. Companies that have an annual turnover of 50 billion rupiah are eligible for 50% tax cut from a standard rate, which is imposed proportionally on the part of the gross turnover of up to 4.8 billion rupiah, and companies with gross turnover of no more 4.8 billion rupiah are subject to 0.5% tax on total turnover. Value-added taxation. Value-added tax in Indonesia is imposed on the provision of service or the transfer of taxable goods. VAT rates are set out below. 11% imposed on most manufacturer, retailers, wool resellers, and importers from April 20 and 22 and 12% by 2025. Export of tangible and intangible goods is subject to 0% VAT, and the export of service in subject to 0% VAT. The government's negative list set out all the goods and services that are non-taxable. This include, among others, meaning or drilling products, basic food, commodities, food and drinks served in hotels, restaurants, stalls, and money, gold bullion, and securities. Personal income tax. Expatriate workers need to know that personal income tax atau PIT in Indonesia is determined through a self-assessment SEM. The country has adopted a worldwide income taxation system, meaning that individuals considered Indonesian tax residents pay tax to the government on the income they earn in Indonesia and also on income they earn from abroad unless there is an applicable double tax agreement. Non-resident taxpayers will only be liable to pay PIT for the income they earn in Indonesia unless the country in which they are a tax resident has applicable tax treaty with Indonesia. In these cases, the taxpayer might not pay any tax in Indonesia or pay a reduced amount. Given this tax treatments, it is important for expatriate workers to understand their tax liabilities in Indonesia. Eligibility to pay income. Under Indonesia's previous income tax law, an individual is considered a domestic tax subject if they were present in the country for more than 183 days during a 12-month period, or if they have the intention to stay in Indonesia. Through PMK 18 or 20 and 21, the government has provided further clarification on the definition of residing in Indonesia and the intention to stay in Indonesia. Residing in Indonesia is defined as an individual who lives at the place of residence in Indonesia that is at their disposal and can be accessed at all times, which they own, rent, and is not a place of transit, have their vital interest in Indonesia, and have their habitual abode in Indonesia. An intention to stay in Indonesia needs to be substantiated with the following documents: a permanent stay permit, a limited stay permit, a limited stay visa, or other document support their stay of more than 183 days in Indonesia. Territorial taxation for foreigners. Foreigners who have become domestic tax subject will only be taxed on Indonesia's source income. This is only applicable if they meet the expertise requirements from Appendix 2 of PMK 18. Their expertise, however, must be supported by a certificate issued by a government authorized institution or have a minimum of 5 years' work experience in the field of science, technology, and math, and an obligation for knowledge transfer to an Indonesian citizen. The territorial tax treatment is available for for power for 4 years of residency. If the foreign individual leaves Indonesia and re-enters in Indonesia within the 4-year period, the territorial taxation will begin from the time they first become a domestic tax subject. Territorial taxation for foreigners looking to apply for territorial tax treatment must do so through the Directorate General of Tax. Certain foreign expatriates, because of their special legal status, are not considered Indonesia's tax residents and are exempt for paying TAT, even if they stay for more than 183 days per year or reside and intend to stay in Indonesia. The expansion apply for foreign diplomatic and consular personnel, military personnel, and equivalent employees of foreign armed service, and representative of international organizations specified by the Minister of Finance. When it comes to tax rates, resident and non-resident are taxed differently. Residents are subject to a withholding progressive tax. Their not taxable income is set at graduate rates, with current rates ranging from 5% up to maximum is 30%, depending on individual's income, and non-residents are subject The vinyl withholding flat tax of 20% on gross income. Deduction and relief. There are several elements that can be deducted from the gross income when determining the annual taxable income of an individual. It is worth noting that a family regarded as, as a single tax reporting unit with a single tax identity type number or MUAP in the name of the head of the family. The head of the family needs to report the income of their independent spouse and children on their tax return. Employer compliance obligation. Income tax in Indonesia is mostly paid by withholding by the employer. The tax withheld by employer must be remitted to the government body on a monthly basis. Expatriate employees are required to complete an annual tax return and compute their tax liability by March 31 of the following tax year. The majority of PIT is paid through statutory employer withholdings on earned income. However, for any other income, a taxpayer in Indonesia earns on a regular basis. They must make their monthly provisional tax payment to the tax department based on the income earned in the previous year. Filing a tax return. In order to file a tax return in Indonesia, an individual must register as a taxpayer in order to obtain a tax identification number. Expatriates must obtain an MPWP if they are tax residents, while employers are responsible for deducting tax from their employees' salaries. It is the individual employer's responsibility to register as a taxpayer and file their tax return. Tax registration when living in Indonesia. To do so, expatriates should submit an application to the local tax office, which will then perform a tax audit on the taxpayer's returns and supporting document period to granting approval the register. The individual should ensure that all tax-related documents are ready, available in anticipation of tax audit. Dividends and offshore income exempt from income tax. To increase investment in Indonesia's financial market and the real sector, the government has provided income tax exemption for foreign dividends received by domestic taxpayers. The reinvestment requirements are not required for domestic dividends received by domestic corporate are responsible for deducting tax for their employed salaries. Is the individual employer a responsibility to register as taxpayer and file their tax returns? Qualifying reinvestments are as follow: investment in financial market instruments such as government bonds, including Sharia instruments, bonds or suku issued, and a state-owned enterprise, private companies, financial investment in perception banks, include Sharia banks or other legal from forms of investment. Investment in financial instruments outside the money market include investment in the real sector, investment in infrastructure through a private-public partnership, equity, cooperation in already existing company domiciled in Indonesia, cooperation with the Indonesia Sovereign Wealth Fund, or lending to small and medium-sized business in Indonesia. The investment must be held for a minimum for 3 years from when the defined or offshore income is received. Withholding tax. Withholding tax applies to both resident and non-resident companies in Indonesia. The tax rate on dividends is 50% for resident and 20% for non-resident unless they have an applicable tax treaty. The withholding tax rate on interest and royalties is also set at 50% for resident and 20% for non-resident. Stamp duty. Individuals, companies, and other organizations in Indonesia must pay stamp duties on certain legal documents. As of January 20 and 21, the standard stamp duty tax rate is 10,000 rupiah. Previously, stamp duty is 3,000 rupiah, 6,000 rupiah, or a combination of these rates. Indonesia requires stamp duties on too many types of documents. Documents create to explain events of the civil nature, and document to be used and evidence in court of law. Stamp duty. Documents of civil nature include the following: agreements, certificates, statement letters, and similar documents and their copies. Notarial deeds, executorial deeds or gross, and their copies. Deeds made before a land deed officer, also known as land conveyance officer, and their copies. Security in any form and name, and documents stating of sum of money above 5 million rupiah, which describe the receipt of money or contain an acknowledgement of debt payment or settlement, either enterally or patrially. In addition of these documents, the law also applies to the following civil documents: securities transaction documents, including futures, contract transaction in any name or form, auction documents in the form of excerpts, minutes, copies, and minutes of auction, executorial deeds or gross, and other documents stipulated by government regulation. Electric stamp duty. Electric stamp, which carry a unique code, and description, will apply to electronic transaction documents with a value above 5,000 rupiah. The Indonesian government, however, is still building the infrastructure to manage electronic stamp duties. In the end of presented, I will say thank you for your attention. Goodbye. Thank you.